The visa officer looked at me. His eyes were serious, very serious. He leaned into his microphone. I could see my own nervous reflection in the glass between us. It was like looking at a very scared fish. He then asked a question, not just any question. This was the question, the one that could change everything. My whole trip, my plans, my dreams of seeing America, all hung on this. He said, "So, Mr. Noah, why exactly do you believe you should be granted this visa to the United States?" My mind went blank, completely empty, like a TV screen after the show ends, just static. My heart started to beat very fast. Boom, boom, boom. It felt like a drum inside my chest, a very loud, very panicked drum. I tried to smile, but I think my smile looked more like I had eaten a very sour lemon. A really, really sour one. All the answers I had practiced just flew away. They just got up and left my brain. Vanished. Poof! It was just me and the officer. And his very big, very important question. I needed to say something smart, something good, something that would make him say, "Yes, this guy needs a visa." But my tongue felt tied. I remember thinking about all the stories of people getting rejected for silly reasons. Let me tell you about the wait. Oh, the wait! It was long, so very long. We arrived at the embassy very early. The sun was just starting to wake up. But there was already a line, a huge line of people. It snaked around the building, like a giant human caterpillar. Everyone looked anxious. Some people clutched their papers tightly, like they were holding on to their dreams, their very fragile dreams. It was hot, the kind of heat that makes your shirt stick to your back. Not comfortable at all. We were all sweating, a community of nervous, sweaty people, united by hope and paperwork. Inside, it was a little cooler, but not much. The air conditioning was trying its best, bless its heart. But there were so many people, so many warm bodies, so many nervous breaths. It was a sea of faces, young faces, old faces, people from all walks of life. Finally, my number flashed on the screen. G77, that was me. My heart did a little jump, or maybe a big jump. It was hard to tell with all the drumming. I walked to the assigned window, window number 5. It felt like walking onto a stage, a very small, very serious stage. The officer was a man. He looked official. He had a neat haircut and a very focused expression. He gestured for me to come closer. I handed over my passport and documents through the little slot. My hands were trembling just a little bit. I hoped he didn't notice, or maybe they always notice. He started with the usual questions, the warm-up questions, I guess. "What is the purpose of your visit?" he asked. His voice was calm, professional. I told him I wanted to visit as a tourist, to see the sights, to experience American culture. I tried to sound confident, but not too confident. It's a fine line, you know? Like walking a tightrope. He typed something into his computer. Click, clack. Section 4. The punchline. What I said that changed everything. So we got to that point. The officer leaned back a little. He looked at me, properly looked at me. Not just at my papers. It felt different. He then asked that crucial question, the one I mentioned at the start. "Mr. Noah, with all due respect, many people want to come to the USA. Many people say they are tourists. Why do you really want to go? And more importantly, why should we believe you will come back?" This was it, the make or break moment. My mind raced. All the practiced answers felt stale. They felt like lies, even if they were true. I needed something real, something from the heart. I took a breath, a small one this time, and then the words just came out. I looked him in the eye. I tried to show I was being completely honest. I said, "Honestly, sir, I want to see if your hot dogs are really as good as everyone says they are." He blinked, just a little blink. I think I saw the corner of his mouth twitch, just a tiny bit. Was that a smile? I couldn't be sure. I decided to continue before he could say anything. I had his attention. That was good. Section 5, your stage, your story, tips and cheers. So what helped me get that visa? I think honesty was key, being genuine. The officer has heard thousands of stories. They can probably spot a lie from a mile away, or at least they can spot someone who is not being themselves. So, be yourself, your true, authentic self. Even if your self really wants to try American hot dogs, it's better than making up a fancy story that you can't remember. Prepare your documents well. Make sure everything is in order. No missing papers, no excuses. This shows you are serious and responsible. It makes their job easier, and they appreciate that. My bonus tip, the impactful sentence, it wasn't just about hot dogs. It was about showing I had a specific, slightly unusual, but genuine interest, and crucially, a strong reason to return home. That's what they really want to know. Will you come back? So think about your why. Why America? And why will you return? Make it personal. Make it real. My sentence was, honestly, sir, I want to see if your hot dogs are really as good as everyone says they are. And I want to learn about comedy to bring that joy back home, because my life and work I love are waiting for me there. It showed humor, a plan, and strong ties to my home country. Practice answering common questions, but don't memorize scripts. You want to sound natural, not like a robot reading a speech. Be polite, be respectful.